We are now live. Can you believe it?
Bonjour, everybody.
Bonjour. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. Sorry I'm a bit late, but technical problems. me. So I'm going to put on a chat, see if we got anybody in there. So we're just going to go into comments. Right. So can someone tell me that they can see?
Here.
Hi, everybody. I see. Oh, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Caroline will take keep an eye on some of the comments. I'm not going to read the comments. I want to tell you the story of Cuthbert. I want to tell you from my heart, from the beginning, about Cuthbert. Now, I don't know what I'm going to say because squish. Caroline's here to support me and give me a virtual hug if I need it. I would try not to cry. It's been a challenging day and I've done my necking with the sheep. But we want to tell the story of Cuthbert. Now, Cuthbert is a goose. So I hope everybody can see us in different formats. That's good. So we got 56 people online already with us, which is quite good. So we're on. So our team, if you get problems with the Facebook Cane Hill Countryside Centre, I think we're streaming in Casey and the Chatty Farmer. So Sarah, Izzy, Nor, everybody else, Alison, if you can keep an eye on everybody. Hello, Abdul. We've got obviously a few more jumping in on there. And this will be quite a new experience for us all. Caroline, over to you. You can. I'm going to have a drink a minute because I have a drink. And Caroline's going to say a few things about Cuthbert and, of course, other stuff. I don't know what she's going to say.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's lovely to see you there. So, yes, it's been an eventful week this week. And, of course, there is plenty of news, but Cuthbert, that is a big thing, and everybody's of course extremely sad. Life goes on, we know, but he will never be forgotten. He was such like the big star of the farm, and when I first came to the farm, I remember it was so funny. We were chatting with Chris, and there were John Botman. John Botman is one of the volunteers there, and John was telling me he loves sliced carrots, and I always remember that. This is why my illustration of Cuthbert, which, by the way, is the first one that I did of the farm animals, he's eating sliced carrots. He has to get them sliced, apparently. He was like that. And Cuthbert just put himself in the middle of us. So there were the three of us, and he put himself right in the middle. It was so funny because he was like that, like really listening, almost like you could feel he was taking it all in. And I have to admit, I was a bit scared because geese, to me, I had never really approached geese because they have that reputation to attack. And most of them do, to be honest, because they are not imprinted. And I was amazed that you could actually have a goose imprinted. That did blow my mind. And Cuthbert, for that, it was a big revelation for me. So he was part of all the rush hour that I painted. When you have a main goose in a rush hour, and in all my rush hour, there is a main goose. This is him. He was just such an inspiration. I painted him so many times, and I think he appreciated it.
Well, we'll come on to that a little bit later on. I'll tell you all the truth about Cuthbert. So, yeah, we're ready to go. Caroline, you are a star. Thank you very much. I needed a drink. I haven't sat down much today. And, of course, I'm ready because I've got my chocolate, my birthday chocolate. I can finally eat it. So keep me going.
Some of it is still there. You kept some.
I know. Thank you, team, for all this. So what we're going to start off, with a tribute, a little bit of a song that our good friend Chloe Jordan put on for us. And yeah, you might remember it. So here we go.
It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's our favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose, and he loves the farm. We all love the farm. He's hanging with his friends, talking about the day, how it starts with Russia and ends with hitting the hay. He has a lot of visitors who always say hello. He takes them all around the farm, they follow wherever he goes. It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's our favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose, and he loves the farm. We all love the farm. There are lots of animals, colors all around. Every single one of them feel they're safe and sound. There's a tiny chick, and there's a great big cow. You will never be alone, just look around. It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's our favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose, and he loves the farm. We all love the farm.
Well, there we are. Thank you, Chloe Jordan. There's wow, a lot of memory there.
I remember us filming this, and we did a lot of filming with her. It was lovely.
Oh, so yes, Cuthbert the Goose, a song. Who would have thought a goose being so famous? So we're going to let Caroline have a little bit of a coffee and a little bit of a break, and I'm going to go through the story of Cuthbert. I'll try to keep it short, and please keep any questions to the end. Me and Caroline will come back together at the end to do a Q&A. So Caroline will keep an eye. I know Izzy, Sarah, and Nor and the team will be looking at comments. Now, we've got over 90.
But just so you know, I cannot reply on StreamYard.
No, but Caroline would make notes of any questions that you think we need to answer towards the end. Yeah. So we've got over 99 people watching us already, which is amazing. And here we go with, I'm going to go solo at last. I'm going to get rid of Caroline tonight. This is before Cuthbert is gone. Goodbye, Caroline. She thinks I'm joking. Oh, I think I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Am I? Oh, but yeah. So
why don't you offer tonight?
Oh, I can get away with anything tonight, can I?
No, just that.
Oh, so yeah, we're gonna just let me go solo now. So yeah, here I am. My name's Chris. I am the chatty farmer. Maybe not quite so chatty in the last few days. It's been a very sort of emotional time over the last few days. But I want to bring together the Cuthbert story from the beginning. Now, Cuthbert, this is a bit of a confession, is not the original Cuthbert. Now, back in about 2013 is where the project was starting. It was a year before we actually went live with the project. And in anticipation of getting planning, I got myself a few animals. I got a couple of beehives. I got a few chickens and with a rooster. And someone came down, like Bob Stocker, with 4 geese. He brought 4 geese down to the farm. And they stayed in our garden. They weren't part of the farm. We didn't actually have the lease sorted out then. But I thought, well, I needed some animals to get me in the mood. It took 3 years for us to get the planning permission. So that's what had happened. So we had 4 geese. And 2 of them you would know now as the noisy geese, which sadly were the ones that caused the problem with Cuthbert. But they played a big part in Cuthbert's life, as you will find out. So we had geese, and I never really kept geese before because I was always a bit worried about geese because they can be a little bit aggressive. We all know that. We've all seen geese that have been aggressive, and these four were probably, your normal geese. It took me ages to get them to get the trust, and we never really got the full trust of the noisy geese, but they stayed in the stable where we got Oreo now. So these four geese I had to keep in for a while because I didn't know if they were going to wander off. And bit by bit, because they got used to me, and I used to let them out in the garden, and they used to make a huge noise. Four geese. There was 2 males, the noisy geese, and 2 females, which we never really named. I always learned as a farmer not to name your animals because it can be quite sad if you lose them, as we're finding out now. But that was my old farming days, and these geese were nice. I think it was about 2013. So not long after we had them, in the springtime, I was very excited to get the first egg. And I waited. The females were giving signs of laying eggs, but I could never find them. And then one day I went into the stable, and we had a manger in the stable in those days. And I looked in there, and there was 25 eggs in a pile. Now sorry, just want to show this. So what was happening? They were laying an egg, covering it with straw, laying another egg, and these geese were the brightest of geese, and they kept laying eggs, not one golden egg at all. And they kept laying and laying and laying. And one day I found them. I found these eggs, and a lot of them were very old. And geese, our Emden geese, don't seem to go brooding. So I took some of the eggs and I put it into an incubator, hoping to get some goslings. They won't go broody. They kept laying eggs. We had a mountain of eggs. I think I got a picture somewhere. And anyway, it ended up with in an incubator. Now it's about 29 or 31 days for them to hatch, and only one egg hatched. And this egg hatched. It was a little gosling, and this little gosling, the cutest gosling ever, imprinted on me. He didn't have anything else to print on really. We had very few animals in those days. So Cuthbert became part of me, and he spent his life in my sleeve, as Cuthbert too did. And this Cuthbert, I think I'll find some old videos at some time to show you, because this Cuthbert was so imprinted on me that he would follow me everywhere. He would fly down the field if I was down the field. But the other thing about this Cuthbert compared to our Cuthbert that we love and adore is that this Cuthbert only liked me, really. Anybody else he would attack, because he didn't see many people at the day. In the early days of the farm, we took the project over in 2014. And yes, Cuthbert was very much my goose. So we had to lock him in, and there's lots of pictures and stories and videos of Cuthbert that when we had people in, we had to lock Cuthbert in because he would not let anybody near me or near the farm. But it became a bit of a legend because all the children liked him, and they were a little bit loved him, but they were a little bit frightened of him. And after a couple of years, I said, the project built up, more people came down. He got a little bit better, but not wonderful. He wouldn't mind Trudy. And it ended up with Cuthbert being a big part of my life. And one day I came out and this Cuthbert was not around at all. And I thought, oh my goodness, where has he gone? Anyway, I looked everywhere. My first Cuthbert used to fly down the field looking for me. And I went down the field and I found the body of Cuthbert. And this Cuthbert was attacked by a dog. We won't go into details. It's not a very good story. And it broke my heart. I thought, oh my goodness. I thought this Cuthbert would be with me forever. So the dad of Cuthbert was the noisy geese. Now, we're going to move on a little bit. I think this is still going to work okay. So we're going to go back. We're going to go forward to 2016, April 2016. And I thought I'll never have another goose. I'm never going to put one in the incubator because I think it's wrong, not unless it's desperate. We put some eggs in incubators, but anyway, we didn't. So I'm going to show a picture there. So hopefully that you can still hear me. I think Caroline's gone, but if someone can just if someone can say you can still hear me. Oh, hello, Cara. So thank you, Caroline. Thank you. Got the thumbs up from Caroline, so you can still hear me. Now this is Cuthbert's real mum. Now I don't think nobody's seen this before. I don't think Caroline's never seen this. This is Cuthbert's real mum, and I'm just going to go back from those images there. Now, what had happened? We talked about the noisy geese. The noisy geese had 2 females, and these females would lay their eggs everywhere. And this one laid an egg with this duck, and this duck was there in this nest, and I didn't think anything more of it. So this Muscovy duck sat on these eggs, and one day, it was the 21st of May, it was actually a hatch. You know, Cuthbert's birthday is the 26th of May. Cuthbert's a bit like me, royalty. We have 2 birthdays. So it's a Saturday, and it's the 21st of May. And I came round, and this little duck, Muscovy duck there, had this little, I thought, duckling looking out. And the mother was rejecting it. The mother didn't want it. And I thought, this is strange. So I went up to it, and this little gosling came up to me. And there's a little gosling there, a little Cuthbert, came up to me and looked up into my face. Is you my mum? Oh, I thought, well, we had children coming. It was on a Saturday. We were expecting a lot of children for the Dotty Club. And yeah, I looked and I thought, oh, what do I do? I didn't have an incubator ready or any lamps or anything. So I just put Cuthbert up my sleeve. You know, it's a tradition for me when I have a goose, it seems, to put them up my sleeve. I've done it with other chicks as well. It kept them warm. And I was with the children for 4 hours. So Cuthbert became really imprinted on me. He pooed on me a lot and of course, yeah, a great amusement to the children. I had a pooey gosling. It wasn't really called Cuthbert originally because I didn't want to name him after the first Cuthbert, but anyway, it stuck, and Cuthbert became very much part of my life. He wasn't alone. No, he wasn't alone. And he grew up with some good friends. Now you're seeing this picture here. This is his crazy gang. Now the one in the front there is Peanut. We got Peanut there, and then we've got we got Blue the duck. We got Peanut in the middle of Cuthbert in blue, and we got there should be a little Ken there somewhere. Can't see him. Maybe he wasn't in this picture. So they have the Cuthbert sort of growing up, and he was a real cutie. I must admit, I was really taken by these crazy ones. But they grew up quite quick, as you know. You followed Benedict and you followed Giggle, and you see how fast they grow up, and you can see our little Cuthbert there grown up really, really fast. So I'm just going to go back a little bit. I'm going to play you a little bit of a video from the early days, because I think people have not really seen the history of myself and Cuthbert. When did Cuthbert start talking? Now, I've always talked to my animals, but I never really put it on camera because I felt a little bit nervous about it. And it may seem crazy now, or that everybody who's watching now thinking, Chris, you never stop now. You just don't stop. But I didn't. I don't like being in front of the camera. I hate my voice. So it was a transition. So I'm going to put a little video on now, which I can just play in a moment. So this is going back to the early days, 2016, I think. It's probably December time. And Sarah will like this because it starts off with a sunrise. So I'm going to put this on. Oh, excuse me as I get the screen on. Right, I've got to turn that one off. So I think we can see that right now, can't we, Caroline? Thank you, Caroline. Caroline's my Batman here, or should I say my Catwoman.
Greetings and welcome to the Cane Hill Countryside Centre. It's 30th of November, and it's frosty. Oh, it's so cold. No, it's not that bad, but more importantly, we need to get Cuthbert and the crazy gang out, get them some food and water. And water is very important this time of the year because it gets frozen. So how are you all girls and boys? You okay, Cuthbert? You gonna come out? Hello, Blue. Oh, stretch those wings. Oh, I'm not used to this code. Oh, Peanut. We are getting names for the gang here. Little Yang is inside still. Byron's named one Yang. So our little rooster who will be up to his mischief in a moment. Oh. Oh, and we got, oh, hello. You can, oh, how are you this morning? Good. Little kitten's coming out here. Oh, hi, Cuthbert. Hey, hang on, wait for us. Oh, and Blue, Peanut. And what can we call this little one here? Anyway, we've got to get on and get this water out because water is very important because it'll be all frozen. They need fresh water. And don't forget, this Saturday, we're going to have a craft session from 11 o'clock. Adults can go down, well, with the children as well, and into the stable and make some Christmas crafts. And those who, like me, like the animals, especially the children, we're going to go out with the sheep and the cattle and turn them into reindeers and make a little video. Aren't we, Cuthbert? And Cuthbert's going to dress up in Christmas gear as well. So whatever you do, keep warm, and I will speak to you soon, if not before. We'll say hello, Cuthbert.
Wow. Now that's a blast from the past. So many memories then. And the people there watching that will be thinking, oh my goodness, how things have changed. And you probably recognize a very young Alfie. Now, Alfie was there. You know, we didn't have a name then. We didn't name the animals that much in those days. The children used to come out and they used to have different names. But that was our sort of my rush hour. And I did that every day. So one day I started loading up. I've got every morning my little rush hour with Cuthbert. Now, Cuthbert didn't really talk in those days, as you can probably tell. So that came on a little bit later on. But Cuthbert was the best friends with little Blue there. And you'll see in some of the pictures there, which you'll see there in the middle picture, you'll see Cuthbert with Blue behind. So Cuthbert was very much a big part of the project. Now, Cuthbert was slightly different than the other Cuthbert because he had other people in his life. And I was obviously his best friend. He loved carrots, and you know me very well. I know Caroline and everybody else knows that my passion is sunrises and sunsets, and Cuthbert was always there for me for the sunrises and sunsets, and that was always very special for me to have Cuthbert there for the sunrises and sunsets. So he became very much part of me. I was there in the morning, he was there at night, and I've always sort of been quite an individual person. So nobody was down there to help me. I did most of the work by myself. So we had a nice relationship. And I think it was a couple of years later that I'm trying to sort of think of the time. I will work all this out and I will put a proper timeline together that we changed the rush hour over. And one day Cuthbert came out and started talking to me, which I thought was amazing. I didn't know a goose could actually talk, which was a news for me, shall we say. So good old Cuthbert chatting away to myself. But Cuthbert wasn't just devoted to me. He became friends with a few of our people here. Now, if you go back into the history of the farm, you'll see we had people like Joe on the left there and Trudy with the glasses on. Now, they were a big part of the team and still are. And Joe's got a couple of children now, and Trudy comes down as much as she can. And they loved Cuthbert, and Cuthbert loved them probably more than he loved me because he had more cuddles. And they would bring the treats down. And he was so friendly with my friend Paul Collins and some of the students at Page. And it was so charming to see Cuthbert just engaging with other people. He knew different people. He would recognize people better than I could. And he was such a character with all these people. And it was some close bonds there with them. And, you know, these are my friends, allegedly. When they came down, they spent more time with Cuthbert than they did with me. So good that there's Joe there as well. And we got an amazing group of people who supported Cuthbert. And we had brilliant times. The farm wasn't overly busy. And Cuthbert was the king. He was amazing. Now, Cuthbert was, you know, really part of everybody's life who came down there. Everybody wanted to see Cuthbert. And it was things started to change. And I sort of found out that Cuthbert had a voice. He could talk. He still talks now. It's amazing. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris. How's it going? And you'll see in this little clip I'm going to play now that Cuthbert. Oh, if we can go into there, you'll see a little bit.
What's in there about Chris? It's all about boxes. It's all the presents. We've got lots of boxes. Is it? Not really, no. Whoa! Oh, it's a bit windy today. I know, a bit blustery, Cuthbert. So you've got a lot of thank yous. Thank you for all your kind messages. Thank you for your kind donations. Oh, they donated carrots. Well, people made donations through PayPal. Oh, thanks, Gillian, Tom. That was an amazing donation. There's so many other people as well. We're going to have to do a special. Oh, and we got our competition coming up. So thank you for all those people who are sending paintings and drawings and stories and rush hour. We're going to do a special one just at the end of the year. We got awards coming up. Do I get an award? You'll get an award, Cuthbert. Oh, that's good. So yeah, thank you for all those entries, and yeah, we'll get messages to you all. You're all winners, aren't they? Oh yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. Cuthbert, so you'll give me a hand today. I'm by myself today. Oh, are you? Yeah, I need a hand with all feeding the animals. Nah. As long as you feed me, you'll be okay. So Cuthbert, yes, Chris. Should we go do some work? Nah. Come on. Come on, Cuthbert. Bye, Chris. Bye, Caroline. Off with Owen. I think there's a bit of romance going on. Wow. Let's see what happens there later on. Oh, she's lovely.
Well, sorry about the audio there. Is obviously this a bit windy there, but that's where the relationship started, in that bond there. You can see, you know, just brought a few tears to my eyes just there. You forget what sort of bond we had, and it was very difficult to see Cuthbert go through his bad time. We'll come to a bit later on, but of course Cuthbert found love with Owen, and the story started to begin there. And bit by bit we created the rush hour. We started these stories, and Cuthbert, you know, I think you already know, as Cuthbert was me to a certain extent. It was my naughty side. Cuthbert could say little things like, you know, when Caroline came down, "Oh, don't like you." Cuthbert, it's Caroline. Yeah, well, she gave me a carrot. Cuthbert, that is so wrong. And Cuthbert would be very cheeky, and we loved him for that. And he got away with a lot. He got me out a few. To trust me, I could be quite honest sometimes and brutal. Someone would come down, which I didn't maybe not like, and I would say, "Cuthbert, go and see." I'll create a name up. So Peter, go and see Peter. And I like Peter. Cuthbert, yeah, don't want him here. And of course, Peter would laugh away, and I was just telling the truth. So if you go back to some of my old videos, you'll see who I liked and who I didn't like. And tell them about Peter. Now, Peter, funny enough, I picked that name out. I think I told you a story before, but very quickly, we had people come down. And Cuthbert sometimes would not like certain people. And he would remember. It's usually because someone might like push him to one side because they were scared of geese, or they might have just ignored him. Cuthbert would remember. I remember Peter one day coming down. As he walked past Cuthbert, he gave him a little bit of a kick. I thought, Peter, yeah, we're in trouble. And he was in trouble because not long after that, Peter came down one day, walked past Cuthbert, and Cuthbert went into the back of him, into his leg, and he got his beak right into that fleshy bit of his leg. And there's a bit of blood there. The poor old Cuthbert, you know, he knew what he liked. And Peter ran around in our garden, dropped his trousers, and was crying like a person. I won't say it's like a lady. He was crying like a man, shall we say? And yeah, so Cuthbert obviously became a legend. Now, of course, Cuthbert loved my daughter Cara, and we all love Cara, but Cara was a bit wary of him. And my other daughter Sally Ann kept away, and rightly so, because Cuthbert, if he wasn't seeing you every day, you know, he would take a little bit of time to be able to do that. Now, the thing about Cuthbert, I'm just going to get another video ready on this. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. Just going to go back to my playlist here. Now, you might have realised that last year, before we went viral, a certain lady came into the project, came into my life, and she was a sort of interesting, a bit strange, French. I can see you, Caroline. I can see Caroline there. She's gesturing, blowing kisses at me at the screen. And a strange lady came in. What would the dynamics be with Cuthbert and Caroline? Now, Cuthbert respected Caroline, should we say, but I think Caroline would never really trust Cuthbert sometimes. But there was a bond there, but there's a little bit of jealousy. I don't know if the jealousy was from Cuthbert or was it from Caroline. I don't know, but there was a strong bond, strong bond there. And you know, Caroline came into the project and sort of came into my life and Cuthbert's life, because trust me, anybody comes into my life, as you well know, comes into Cuthbert's life. And if Cuthbert didn't like Caroline, then I would have said, au revoir. And other French words I cannot repeat online. But lucky enough, Cuthbert took to Caroline, and I sort of took to Caroline a little bit as well. And we became the best of friends. And Caroline brought some amazing of her art into the project. Now, she's not a bad artist. She's okay. She's brilliant, and she'd yeah, we're coming into the project. So I'm very tempted to actually put Caroline on screen there, making these gestures. So I'm just going to put you on there a moment, so we can bring. Let's see if we. We're going to go a little bit back to Caroline a moment, if I can. So bear with us as we. That's good. Who's that little girl there? Oh, I'm in trouble. I know. I'm in trouble. But yeah, bless. So we're just a little bit. Caroline will say a little bit about what she saw in Cuthbert, because she saw Cuthbert through an artist's eyes, and did some amazing things with Cuthbert, you know, with the rush hour, but also doing some fundraising for us. So, Caroline, over to you. I'm just going to scratch my head. I'm not going to pick my nose. I'm going to. So, painting Cuthbert, what was the challenge?
Well, he kept moving. Well, when you want to paint a subject, you do some sketches, pencil sketch or anything like that, really quick, so you get their main shape. This is not the only thing. There is the physical part, but there is the personality that comes into it, and I do find a personality specific to each animal. I can recognize any goose from the other, or rabbits, or whatever they are, just because you spend time with them, and it's like people, really. Cuthbert he knew he was the top goose. So pecking order, he was at the top, and probably he knew as well that he was at the top of the farm, not only the flock of geese. So he was very proud. There is, yes, and the stand of his body is very much like this. He's very proud. His main female was Owen, and Owen is actually very calm. It's almost like you can see that in real couple. That is Cuthbert to a T. Yeah, there is like that proudness. He's looking at you straight in the eyes, and you can see some teeth just in case, if you see what I mean. So yeah, every animal is like that, and this is really what I like with art, is that you can create feeling, and the feeling of the character. And here, it's your character is the basis of your soul kind of thing. This is what built you during your life and things like that. And Cuthbert was very special for that. So it has been lovely to get to know him and to have the opportunity to put all these artwork together. For example, the one that you can see on your screen on the top left is actually Cuthbert when he's molting. And there were some feathers everywhere, and you had Socks, our little cat who was a kitten at the time, playing with one of the feathers, and he was looking at him like, what are you doing? And that painting actually called Give It Back, because this is what Cuthbert would say, So
Cuthbert was one of your favorite subjects, and of course it was part of the rush hour, and that's where people fell in love with Cuthbert coming out of that door, and that bond with me was probably shown more, and I think that's what touched people's hearts, and that's what touched my heart, but I didn't realize it at the time. And we're going to play another little clip in a moment. This young lady's here went off to Africa with me for a project to set up a farm and look at an orphanage there, which we support. And I thought, would I miss the cold, the wet, and my animals? And I thought, well, no. And so I see them every day. Would they miss me was the most important bit. And of course, we know we're going to play a little bit of clip. I won't play too much of it because it is quite an emotional clip. I know a lot of people have seen it. So when me and Caroline came back after 3 weeks, all I wanted really was to see Cuthbert, because he was such a part of me. And I was worried, would he remember me? And I think you probably realize that once you see me, you're never going to forget me, for better or for worse. So we're going to have a little bit of a play this one.
Yes. Oh, Cuthbert. Oh, you want to have. Oh, Cuthbert. Oh. You missed me, Cuthbert. I want to hug. Cuthbert's with me. Have a hug. Oh, good. Oh, where you going? Oh, Cuthbert. I know. So, you got any news for me? No, just give me a hug. Cuthbert. Ow, Cuthbert. Oh, so that was good, was it? Yeah, I still leave me again. It was so bad. I know I didn't mean to leave you. I thought I lost you. No, it's all right. Where's Caroline? She's not here today. Oh, she's coming back. Yes, she'll be back. She's got some work to do. Oh, I miss her too. You do? Oh,
so there we have that reunion one that was sort of difficult to watch. At the time, it was like magical to come back. And me and Caroline, we've been in Africa. We had lots of ideas. We started this project of a farm in Kenya. We saw our orphanage, the children of Watumu. We came back, full of ideas and wanted to do more with Cuthbert. And we thought, Cuthbert, we need a story. Now, Cuthbert was in love by then. It's coming into spring. And you know what happens in spring. And of course, you know what happens at our farm nearly every day. That there's a bit of love going on at the farm. It doesn't stop now, as Trigger will tell you. So, yeah, it was always exciting stuff. And of course, we're going to play another little bit of a clip, which is an idea. Me and Caroline together, we're crazy, as you know. We had this idea thinking, wouldn't it be lovely if Cuthbert and Owen got married? No, Owen. Sorry. So Owen is a female goose, and they were partners. So I'm going to just put this one on a little bit just to show you. If it will go on there, Quish. There we are. Now this is not Cuthbert or Owen. Can you hear me, Caroline?
Yes.
That's good. Okay. So we're going to play this little bit over here. So this is the wedding day. This was going to be the start of something really special this year. So here we have the wedding.
Greetings, good morning. It's wedding day, Caroline. Oh, goose wedding. And here comes the bride and groom, Cuthbert. Oh, here, look at the guests. We've got the lambs out. Cuthbert, here they come. Oh, here they come. Oh, being led by Gilbert, and the happy couple at the back. Cuthbert. Oh, she's so good. Chris, this is wonderful. So they're married now, aren't they?
I know.
Oh.
They took me to the church, didn't they?
Oh, Cuthbert, Owen. Hello, Owen. He's a beautiful bride. Oh, you got anything to say? Congratulations, Cuthbert. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Caroline.
You're welcome. Congratulations to you too.
Thank you, everybody. It's amazing. This is just amazing. Oh, there, Caroline.
Yes.
Tell me who else is coming to this wedding.
I think so.
Oh my
Do you want me
goodness.
to go and have a look?
I think I'm going to have a look.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we got the special stuff. Oh, we got Bumblebee. Lucky, Bumblebee, Lucky. We got the little lamb out here as well. Oh, we got Wilson coming on. Caroline, come on in and see who else we've got coming out. Here are the rest of the other guests. This is amazing stuff here this morning. We got Lucy, we got Daisy.
Come on, Daisy.
Oh, Coco, Eli.
Daisy.
Come on out. Oh, what's going on in here? We got the lambs jumping. We got Daisy. We got Daisy pushing Caroline out the way. Oh, here comes. Here comes Eli. Eli, welcome to the wedding. Oh. We had to push back. Oh, we got Mayo coming out. Caroline gonna jump out. Eli. Oh, we got
Oh my goodness.
Rodney coming out. They're all out.
I didn't know they were invited.
I think they were really. Cuthbert, what's going on here?
Coco.
Well, excuse me, Violet. Violet is now looking at the calendar. She said, Quish, where's my picture? You weren't born when Caroline did this calendar. Oh my goodness. Well, what happy memories. No, sorry about Violet, but this is what I got to put up with every night here. So happy times. Our Lady in Red Caroline there. And it was it was something that we had an idea. We want to bring stories into Cuthbert's life because Cuthbert was living a dream really this year, beginning of this year. He was really starring. He was getting out there. Unfortunately, as we know, Cuthbert goes into this moat. And what had happened, going back in time, remember when I said about the 4 geese that came in? Now, 2 of the geese, the 2 males, the noisy geese, they had a partner. And this female was laying eggs, and she was laying eggs in our garden. And she had a nest. And she was there, and she actually went broody, which was quite rare. And one day I went in the garden, and she was on her eggs. And I didn't want to move her from the garden. The 2 males were there, very proud, saying, "We're going to look after you, me dear. We're going to look after you." And they did for a while, until one day I came round, and there was this poor female was killed by a fox. The fox had sneaked around the back of the male geese and just killed her on the nest and just went off, knowing that he could come back and collect the body. So all of a sudden, these two males didn't have a partner. And you know what happens in the animal world when males don't have a partner? They want someone else's partner. And that's what had happened. Cuthbert, sadly, was a little bit down because of a moult. He wasn't his normal self. Because he could take on anybody. He could take a whole flock of people, a whole flock if he wanted to. So he just was a bit down, and they pitched into him. And I came around one morning and I thought, oh my goodness, poor Cuthbert was really caught into a corner being attacked by these two geese. Now, if you look back, and I'll do this full story timeline soon, one of them was Cuthbert's dad. That was a strange thing about it. So yeah, Cuthbert's dad basically was the one who brought the end of Cuthbert. And as a farmer, you sort of think, what do I do? Now, Cuthbert was a bit down, but he wasn't too bad. And I always make a decision. If an animal's suffering, then yes. Cuthbert was not suffering. He was doing okay. He was feeding. He was just a little bit wobbly on his feet. We put him into remember we went into the office. I think there's a video here I might show a bit later on. Let's have a quick look to see if it's around. And I remember that Cuthbert had a little office, and he used to do the post and things like that, which was quite surreal. So there you have it. Cuthbert was attacked by his dad, and very bad, and lots of internal injuries. And we feel that he probably had a stroke at some point. But you know, he was strong for quite a long time. If I can just find to see. I'll show you. Now, Cuthbert, because Cuthbert is part of me, he would want us to have smiles, and Cuthbert was part of my humor as well. Now, I'm not sure if we've got too many children watching, but we might see a bit of nudity with Caroline here. Caroline is looking shocked. She is getting so worried because we don't have time to do rehearsals today. I wanted to get speak to Caroline earlier on, but I was sorting out the sheep today. So thank you, Amelia. Thank you, Richard, for helping. It was a challenging day. So this is a bit of humor here.
Hello, Cuthbert.
With Cuthbert, sorry. Oh,
Greetings, good morning. It's wedding.
oh, sorry, you got to go back there. We don't want any adverts on here. Stop it, please.
Hello, Cuthbert. Hello.
So I'm going to put this on full screen now so you can see. So this, dare I say, you're going to be shocked. Cuthbert was in my humor. Every year we go naked. Me and Caroline go naked gardening. She's looking at me. She says, I'm in trouble, Mr. Quish. So here we are. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Quish. Hello, Caroline. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's a scary sight. It's Naked Gardening Day today. Is it? Oh, Quish, Caroline, get some clothes on.
Sorry.
Oh, this is not good.
Well, you are naked too, by the way.
I have feathers on. I have feathers on. I'm going to get out of here. Oh, Caroline, I'm not sure what's going on to see where Caroline's getting on with this naked gardening going on there.
Well, I'm taking care of the sunflowers.
Oh, you wanted to get on with your work? Oh, my goodness.
Well, excuse me, but, you know, I have to take care of the tradition.
Oh, my goodness. Come. Right, Cuthbert. I didn't believe you could be that naked. Oh, no.
Well, so are you, Chris.
Yeah, but I'm always naked. You know that. Cuthbert, I'm coming with you. No, go away. Go away. You can have nightmares. Oh, sorry, Cuthbert. Happy Naked Gardening Day, everybody. Look, you can do a poo. Oh.
So, yeah, there we have Cuthbert joining in the fun. And we wanted to bring the fun with Cuthbert. And it hasn't stopped in that. Me and Caroline have put lots of stories together about Cuthbert for a little book, which we'll come on to a bit later on. So, yeah, Cuthbert was part of me, a sense of humour. And you know, I was grateful for that day because I saw a bit more of Caroline I would normally see of her. She had the biggest and best smile I've ever saw. But she wasn't naked. But it was nice to bring those sort of smiles. And I like the humour with Cuthbert and with Caroline. We were a good team. So Cuthbert yeah, had this went downhill. But I just believed that he was going to get okay because he was ill the year before, and he always had that sort of go down. But they did some internal damage to poor Cuthbert, and yeah, it was he wasn't going to come back again. We had a birthday party for him. Like again, I just
yeah, Eli's quiet these days, but he was it last night, Eli? Yes, Chris. I was excited. You came over. We're going to give you another carrot. I see. Just keeping a hand open there for.
This is a story about Cuthbert's birthday, and we only play a little bit of it, but I'm going to put these videos out. So there's Cuthbert there. Bless.
So he'll be up and running in the next week or so, back onto the rush hour. If everyone's coming through. But who else we've got here today? Chris, let me out. It's hot. I know that it's very hot. Who's this then? Oh, it's your baby. What a wonderful birthday present. Cuthbert, this is your baby. Oh, Benedict. Go, Chris. I'm a dad. Yeah, you're a dad. Really? Yeah. You've been practicing for years. So I'll tell you the full story about Cuthbert as well, because there's more to Cuthbert than you can imagine. So, Goose evening, Alison, Brett. Oh, Benedict, should we go down and give some presents to Cuthbert? Chris, you'll be saying that all day. Oh, so we're here in the barn. Caroline's in the studio, in the cabin, probably in a bikini, so hot. Well, we got some presents coming through, Cuthbert. Chris? Oh, Jean, everybody.
So that was Cuthbert's birthday back in May, and I really believed that he was getting better, and he did for a while, but he just kept going back and back and back. I'm not going to dwell too much on what happened with Cuthbert. I believed in my heart that he was going to get better, and he had his good days and his bad days, like we all do. I just wanted him back. I just, he was my best friend. Nothing was going to happen to Cuthbert. But sadly, as life as we know, there's not always happy endings. And bit by bit, he got worse, and we moved him around in the barn, and I checked him, we bathed him, and he started to move around on a little trolley. But I feel he had a bit of a stroke, and we've had the vet down, and nobody could really put the finger on what really happened. Now, we literally, I spent hours with Cuthbert, day and night, just giving him carrots, giving him lettuce, and giving him lots of love. And so much love came from so many people. And I'll never forget all of you who came and gave me support, especially Caroline and Cara. It was difficult times, I said, because, you go there. And towards the end, you probably know, we moved him into the rescue animal area, and he picked up a little bit there. He was a little bit up, but there's a video there which I could never show because it would break my heart to show you. Towards the end, all the geese got together, and they went to say sort of goodbye to Cuthbert. Cuthbert was a proud goose. They knew his end was coming, and sadly, they went and said goodbye. So I'm going to move on because otherwise I don't want to burst into tears here. So, Chris, you've got to focus. And it was such a sad thing to see, all these geese going up to Cuthbert just to say goodbye. And then he had this fit a few weeks ago, and we sedated him, Sue did for us, thinking that he might come back. He was never to come back. And then, sadly, he died last Sunday. So, yeah, it was a difficult time. But we love him loads. He is a bit special. I'll just pass over to Caroline just to fill in for a moment. You okay, Caroline, to take over for a tick? So
yes, we are all very sad, and it's. We can see that you feel it too. The messages that we had about Cuthbert were absolutely amazing. We had so many people saying that they couldn't stop crying. And I find it amazing that he touched so many people around the world for such a long time, and yeah, it's very, very sad. That's part of farm life, to be very honest. That's part of life as well. So it doesn't make it easier, but this is what it is. And I have to say, we have over 300 animals, and they need care and attention. And I think this is what is going to get us through this, because animals react to death in a very different way. They, even though they can feel it, because the geese actually came to pay their respect to Cuthbert at the end. It happened actually a few times. They could feel these things, but all these animals, it's not that they get over it, but their happiness is taking over. Their will to live is taking over. And there is a lesson there. There is a real lesson for us. It's like, yes, it's fine to grieve, but look to the future. And this is what we are planning on doing.
Yeah, so thank you, Caroline, for that. So yeah, it's emotion. It's been a difficult week for me. You know, the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were just so difficult because we had to lay Cuthbert to rest, and knowing that was so difficult for myself, Cara and Caroline. It's been a sort of saddest and lonely a few days of my life at the beginning of this week, because all the media interest started, and I then realized how I was touching so many people, and people were so kind towards me. They were feeling my grief, and that grief came from not only obviously Cuthbert, but remembering of losing loved ones, your pets, and it touched so many people in a way that I can never respond. And I know Izzy, Sarah, Nora, and Judy, and Laurie, and everybody else have been helping so much. It's been immense. The messages. We were on all sorts of websites. The story was ever in newspapers all around the world. It just went crazy. And I felt a responsibility for people that they were sharing my sadness. I don't want people to be sad. As you know, I'm not a sad person, normally, not on camera anyway. There's lots of tears behind cameras, as Caroline can tell you. But my heart is there to help and make people smile. So we come into the end of Cuthbert's, reign here. We're never going to forget him. We're going to carry him with, but we want some smiles. So what we've done, we laid him to rest on Wednesday, and I'll tell you a very little story. It'd be something to sort of make you smile as well. Now, Cuthbert didn't like a goose. He didn't like a turkey called Bauble. Now, Bauble, when he was young, used to pick on little Blue, and Blue was Cuthbert's good friend. And Blue sadly got killed by a fox when he was 2, and fox obviously was didn't get Cuthbert, but this little turkey grew up and attacked Blue, and Cuthbert was too small to do anything. But Cuthbert remembered. He thought, one day, Mr. Turkey, you're going to suffer. And one day I came round, and I think I got some pictures, probably some videos somewhere. I never published it because I would get probably told off. Cuthbert had this turkey in the corner, and he was taking the feathers out. He was pulling the feathers out as if he was getting him ready for the Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner. And these feathers were going everywhere. And he became bald. He had a bald patch. Those who've seen a little bauble will see this turkey with a bare chest. And poor old Cuthbert never forgot. And every time he took more feathers out of him. And I think it was the day after or the day before. Anyway, Bauble, the turkey, died as well. It's old age. There's nothing wrong with Bauble. He hadn't been nothing wrong with him other than old age. He was the very oldest birds here. So I actually buried Bauble with Cuthbert. So Cuthbert is thinking, right, I'm going to sort you out. You can imagine there's still that activity going on. The Bauble passed and Cuthbert. So we got a little grab. I'm going to show you a little video I put together today to give you an idea of what we're going to do next. I know people have been making donations. I know volunteers will want to come down and help. And we're going to develop a pond area, aren't we, Caroline, where we're going to make it special. So let's show this live. Live. We're going to go live outside in the dark. You're going to see nothing but a black hole. So let's play this on here.
Well, greetings. Here we are at our sensory area. This is an area we've developed over the period. It's a bit run down because we haven't had the volunteers and students down, but it's an area where we're going to put Cuthbert. Well, Cuthbert's been put to rest. This is where Cuthbert will be. So, Cece, you're going to come here. You can have a carrot. You want a carrot, do you? Chris, I love a carrot. So this is Cece. And we got our geese have come up here as well. And Cuthbert used to love this area as well, to be able to come up here to forage. They love the grass. We've got Marlene there having some grass. Marlene, Chris, I'm just doing some work around here, tidying up. And beyond there, we got our sunflower area. And we got our wonderful office, where me and Caroline spent a lot of time watching the sun come up. Oh, there's Bumblebee. Chris, you forgot me. Bumblebee. Oh no, Bumblebee's got to. Oh dear, I couldn't get Bumblebee back in a minute. Bumblebee. So this is the office here. But myself and Caroline on Wednesday laid Cuthbert to rest. And this is where Cuthbert is. Cuthbert's little grave there. And the whole area is a picnic area. We always wanted to develop this area for quite a long time. So we got a Cuthbert's little grave there. We're going to we got the pond, we got to get a new liner for it, repair this, get it all sorted out. And I was saying to Caroline the other day that we're going to maybe create like a little rainbow bridge over this. I'm not sure how or what it's going to be made of. It could be wood, but possibly stone. And we'll make a little rainbow bridge here. And if we do lose any of our animals there, and we can have a little area of remembrance. So thank you everybody for supporting. Oh, we've got Elfie there. We've got Elfie, we've got Smudge. And you're probably understanding that I'm never too far away for an animal. They always come to see me, don't you, Smudge? So, Marlene, Chris, do not come in here. Hello, Marlene. Marlene's getting excited. Oh, bless. Our geese are there. So this is where Cuthbert will be led to rest. So we're going to have just 10 seconds quiet in remembrance of Cuthbert. As you can imagine, I can't keep quiet for a whole minute. But our thoughts are there with Cuthbert, and this whole area, we've got some stones there we can use to help build up something a bit special. Anyway, I hope you are okay. Thank you everybody for their support. I'm going to go up here and get Bumblebee out. Bumblebee, Chris, I'm stuck. You're stuck, are you? Oh.
Anyway, that was recorded today, so I was going to come back. Just sorry, we come back to me and Caroline. If I can find my cursor. So, so there we have a little video I made today before we sorted out the sheep, and that area is going to be developed with ideas. I don't know, I'm all over the place at the moment. Cuthbert's at rest, and I needed that. I need that closure. It's been such a traumatic time. We're on the radio today, as you've probably seen or heard, and everywhere. And it's all gone crazy, not only about Cuthbert, but obviously shearing your sheep. We're not going to come on tonight. So we're going to go back into the comments now. So, yeah, so thank you very much. Now, I hope you enjoyed our little tribute. I say a little tribute. It's been over an hour, but for me, it's probably quite short.
Yeah, it was important to do.
Yeah, it's something that I want
for everybody.
I wanted to do, And we're going to set something up so people can easily donate, and we will carry on our good work creating that area into something special. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much. I can read your comments now. So, and I think the best thing, I think you saw today in that, Caroline, you've got some questions. I'm just going to do something in a minute.
Missing Caroline. They're all missing Caroline today.
Shut up.
So I'm going to have to go.
My sheep. We had to sort the sheep out. It did. Caroline's got to do it. I said, no, Caroline's not here. She said, really? Where's she gone? I said, none of your business. Yeah. So, yeah, we sorted out the sheep today, which was interesting. Anyway, so carry on. So what questions have we got, Caroline? I'm sort of
to come back on the Cuthbert song, yes, you can find it on iTunes. I assume it's still there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we will.
So maybe we'll put a link at some point.
Yeah, we'll put a link out there, so don't worry about it. We will find that.
Yeah. So, other question. How old was Cuthbert?
Well, Cuthbert was 4, basically just 4. Now, a goose will live 20 plus years. You know, our noisy geese, who, you know, was the dad of Cuthbert, but also the ones that brought about the death of Cuthbert. They're about 10, no, they must be about 12 years of age now. So the geese will live to a good old age. So I'll play a little bit of the Cuthbert song in the background here. So a few people asking what song. So by Chloe Jordan. So have a quick listen to this.
It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's a favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose. And he loves the fun. We all love the fun.
So this is the Cuthbert song by Chloe Jordan.
Very chill.
With his friends, talking about the day, how it starts with Russia and ends with hitting the hay. He has a lot of visitors who always say hello. He takes them all around the farm, they follow wherever he goes. It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's our favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose. And he loves the fun.
So there's a little bit of the song for Chloe Jordan. We'll put the links out tomorrow for everybody. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for putting it out. Yeah, will we be selling Cuthbert merchandise? Yeah, Caroline, if you go to her merchandise, if you go to merchandise on our website, you'll see.
We've got a lot of merchandise with Cuthbert on. So yes, go on the Can Hear CC website. You will find everything.
Which brings on quite nicely what we'll be launching probably over the weekend, if not next weekend. Cara and Caroline have got their heads together, which is always amusing. And they're both doing something a little bit different to fundraise for Cuthbert. Cara's put together a lovely animal diary featuring Cuthbert, but a lot of our other animals. So that will be out any day now. And Caroline has done a special calendar which features a lot of Caroline, should we say, and a lot of sunflowers.
Yeah, it's all for Cuthbert. And I have done as well a set of greeting cards that should be on the shop as well very soon.
So yeah, Benedict is Cuthbert's son or daughter. We're not fully sure yet, and I'm so pleased because I don't even remember the story, but Owen was laying lots of eggs this year, and she went broody. But I took a couple of the eggs out and put in an incubator. I'm glad I did because a fox or a badger came round one night and took all the eggs. So we got our wonderful Benedict that hatched, and Caroline's got Giggle, which is a Chinese goose, but hopefully that the two of them will become good friends. But as you probably saw today with my geese, all my geese, apart from the noisy geese, are trained to my voice. And you'll see a little bit more of them. They come for a carrot. Gil will come to Caroline for treats, and Benedict will come to myself. So I've got
one more question as well, just so you know.
So we got someone needs investments in Morocco. I guess they do. So we're getting quite some strange messages there on the Cane Hill Countryside Centre. I hope it's not causing anybody any problems there, but somehow our videos are going out quite wide. So if you get any problems, come back to me. But do you would think that all people watching your animals will go plant-based like me this Christmas? I'm not sure. It's down to personal choice. We're not here to tell people what to eat. It's down to personal choice. Our animals are rescue animals. Obviously, we're not going to put them on the Christmas table. You can imagine Ken, the best Christmas dinner ever, wouldn't it? Ken, on the table. Chris, you can't eat me. Why not, Ken? Chris, I'm a famous rooster. You can't eat me. Ken, shut up. Chris, I'll crow for you every day. But our animals are here. But we won't go into the discussion about food here today. But I hope that what you see in my animals, and especially with Cuthbert and Bumblebee and all the rest, how they have feelings as much as you and me. I think people forget that sometimes. And I've got some really good friends out there who agree with me. And with an animal, you know where you stand. Their love is unconditional. We bring them into the world. We got to have to look after them. So thank you, gentlemen. I'm starting to read your messages now. And Chris is trained to cart. Yeah, thank you, David. Yeah. That's a good point. Caroline is trying to train me in that. She's got an interesting voice, shall we say, being French. Thank you for that comment there. I'll be in trouble. So we got lots of ideas, lots of things that we want to do at the farm. Now, we're going to have a little bit of closure over the weekend. I want people to enjoy the last weeks of the year as we run up into Christmas. We've got to thank you for your support. We've got to thank you for your generous donations and messages. Those messages really touched me in a way that I've never been touched before. It's crazy. And I've had some interesting images. So if that lady in Spain is still watching me, I'm watching my emails now. We've had so much love our way. And I can't thank you, the Nancys, the Judys, the Lauries, the Sarahs, the Izzies. Oh, there's so many people out there.
I had one more question. Susan.
Yeah.
Susan has asked, is there a link to donate for Cuthbert area?
There will be, yes. We're going to set something up over the weekend. We got PayPal, which obviously you can donate through PayPal, and the money will obviously go into the Cuthbert Fund. And we will bring you regular updates. The patrons already had a little bit of an update, and they will get more information. It's still early days. I need to sit down with Caroline and Cara and plan what we're doing. It's all so much going on. And it's so difficult at the farm at the moment because, most of the days I'm by myself looking after the animals. We had a bit of help today, and I was doing the sheep, and I've done my neck. I wonder if you can do me a massage at the back of my neck. I've done my neck and my back in today, and I wasn't very well this morning. And I thought, oh my goodness. But farming goes on, and so we're trying to get things sorted out both ways. I don't want to forget anybody. So we will post more live. So we're going to come to a little bit of a conclusion now. Otherwise, me and Caroline will go on forever. We're going to go back.
At least until rush hour tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it'll be rush hour tomorrow. and we're going to have a think about that. So rush hour will probably be limited to about 4 or 5 times a week. Anyway, I got lots of sorting out to do. We'll be live tomorrow morning at rush hour, and I'll be live tomorrow evening for some stories in the barn. Now, next week, Nico's going to come on and see us, and we'll be looking for some other guests as well. We're going to have some fun next week. Caroline's going to dress up in her latest costume for everybody to see.
I am not aware of any of this. Again.
That's what you get when you don't talk to me. So that's so. But we're going to have some fun next week. So bring some fun ideas to next week. I'm going to put a challenge. So we're going to invite a few people in. We're going to do some fun. I got an idea, which we'll go on to. But tonight is all about Cuthbert. We will answer your questions. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for your support and your messages to the project. You know, people realize that the last few days I've not really slept because there's so much on. But we'll keep bringing you some joy. So, Caroline, sum this all up, and we'll play out with Cuthbert the goose.
You're just sitting back then. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, for being there.
Oh, wait a minute. I got cramp. Oh,
we'll drink more water then.
I can't get to it now. I got cramp. Ow! Oh, my back of my leg. My goodness. I've not had a chance to drink today. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, carry on.
So thank you very much for all your support. I'm going to stop now. I'm thanking everybody out there. We had so many messages, personal and everything that's been actually put out there on all social media platforms, and it's been really, really great. So thank you so much for your support. But yeah, we are going to bring back the fun.
We are, and my daughter Cara's already started.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Cara's there. Thank you, Cara, for being there tonight. Sorry, we're bringing you on next week. Hopefully, we can get Cara on. Cara, my beautiful daughter, my favourite daughter, apart from the other one, Sal. If you're listening, Sal, is going to be a mum again. A little baby's on his way, and it's that circle of life, isn't it, Caroline? You know, it's
exactly, yeah.
So I'm so excited that we're going to have another little chatty farmer. Casey, my grandson, is adorable. He is so much like me, and Cara, it's unreal. And thank you, Cara, for bringing some good news this week. We needed it. I don't know what Cara's eating. If Cara's eating pickles and ice cream, Laurie, then that means I'm pregnant as well, because I eat ice cream and pickles. Oh my goodness, that's why I got a big belly, Caroline. I'm pregnant. I'm expecting. Oh my goodness, that means Caroline's a dad.
It's been quite a while you're expecting.
I know, that means Caroline's a dad. Oh my goodness, there's a story.
No, that's weird.
We haven't. So yeah, congratulations to Cara and Mark and Casey. Yeah. It's the news that we wanted, and I think it was even on the radio today. It was announced. And before you ask, I know Cara said, "Can I call the little baby Cuthbert?" And I said, "Look, Cara, you're my daughter. I love you to bits, but sorry, you can't call little baby Cuthbert." She said, "Dad, oh, I love Cuthbert." I know, but I said Cuthbert is Cuthbert. So she's going to think of another name. So please, the baby's going to be born in May, just after Cara's birthday. So we're all going to forget Cara's birthday. And so what we're going to do now, I'm going to tell everybody, just keep sending lots of names to Cara, so she gets really annoyed.
Yes.
Every name you put out, I want an exclamation mark after it as well, 2 or 3 exclamation marks. So
you just start being in trouble, don't you?
Yeah. No. So yeah, congratulations to Cara and Mark and Casey. And I can't wait. It's the news that we wanted, the good news. So for next week, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some entertainment from Nico. I haven't told you what you got to dress up as yet, Nico. And yes. Where are we going to now? So from us, Carrie, I'm in trouble. That's good. And Violet, push, come here. Violet's around the back of the computer at the moment, waiting for a cuddle. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I hope you've had a good time. And obviously, please tell your friends, and we will bring you something later on. So, Caroline, you can sum up now and say goodbye. And my cramp's gone now.
Are you sure?
I won't move my leg.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. And if you have any cure for cramps, please send your ideas to Chris. I have to finish on a smile, don't I?
I like that, Nico. We want to wear a pink dress again.
Chris, I'm talking. You've been amazing. I'm going to, if I could, I would turn your microphone off.
Actually, I don't know.
I can turn it back on now.
This could go on all night.
Yeah, we can play like that all night. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. And we, as I said, we're going to bring a lot of fun. So yeah, your support is just absolutely amazing. And yeah, bring on the weekend.
So we're going to finish now with the Cuthbert song, and Caroline's going to sway along with me. So goodbye, everybody. Wishing you already. Thank you. Loves you. Love you.
Au revoir. Au revoir. Thank you so much.
We all love the fall. There are lots of animals, colors all around. Every single one of them feel they're safe and sound. There's a tiny chick and there's a great big cow. You will never be alone, just look around. It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's our favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose. And he loves the fall. We all love the fall.
Yeah, she's French. Don't worry about it.
When you're feeling down and you're all alone,
You want to book her?
everyone comes to the farm and calls it home. It's Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's our favorite goose. Cuthbert, Cuthbert, he's always on the loose. And he loves the fall. We all love the fall.
Well, that is it. We come to the end of our broadcast.
Yeah.
If only we had some adverts to put at the end. Coming soon, please stick to Rush Hour. So there we say goodbye to the wonderful Cuthbert. It's been a lovely evening. Thank you so much. We love you all.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
Oh, just a minute. Just a minute. I got some news. Caroline, we got to tell them that news about us. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Cara's got...
So what happened?
Well, you know what we were saying the other day? We
Yeah, I know.
We got to tell everybody tonight, haven't we?
Yes, yes, we go for it. We almost forgot.
Oh, no.